Today we're going to take a look at the central vacuum components that are available. Now, if you needed a tubing network that was throughout your facility, you could easily get long straight runs, which are in 20-foot lengths, and then connect them to different elbows and connectors. Here you'll see two commonly used ones. An elbow for the end of the run that would bring the drop and bring it down, or a TY, and you'll see the long sweep here that carries it in the direction of the header. So a TY would allow you to drop the material, drop a drop to where a system would be running, and then continue it forward to the next drop. At the end of the line, the last one would have an elbow. You'll see we use compression couplers to put all these fittings together. Compression coupler has simply got 3 bolts. You put the tube on either end. Internally, there's a gasket with a ground wire. So as you tighten these bolts, it squeezes around the tube, holds it together, and that's why you can see that this is all put together. The inlet valves themselves, the termination is always going to be a fitting that has an NPT thread. You'll see here 2-inch NPT, and that's the most common you'll see out there in industry. So if you see an existing vacuum system, you'll see that the inlet at the end usually has a 2-inch NPT, and then you can get either a 1.5-inch or a 2-inch bore on the inside. To connect the hose, we have these hose fittings. They are tapered on one end and not the other, so when you go to put it in, you want to check, make sure that it fits. This one doesn't fit on that end, so watch this. It'll fit nicely in that end because that's the tapered side, and the other end would connect to a flexible hose. Now, if you take a look at these inlet valves, they could be used on anybody's vacuum system. So we can easily convert an existing vacuum system to our Goodway inlet connector, hose connector, and our hose. And this is our hose. This is a anti-static membrane. So it's fully conductive polymer with a ground wire embedded internally, and the cuffs are molded on. It's extremely flexible. It's available in 15 and 25-foot lengths in both 1.5 and 2-inch diameter. Can hook up to any existing central vacuum system out in the field. If they don't have an inlet valve that fits our hose connector, they can unscrew their inlet valve, put our inlet valve on there, and then away they go. They have Goodway tools, hoses available to them. So that's a review of Central Vacuum System 101.